Hi guys, so this is the Century Arms International C39 model with the double side charging handle, and I have some observations and I would like to share these with you after just one day of usage in the field for that rifle. And we had some really harsh conditions yesterday. It was cold, deep snow and very humid, so it was a nasty day, but it is what it is. When you are in the field, right, on the range, you're not going to choose the weather. Basically, right off the bat, I can tell you that this rifle was causing us headaches and stoppages maybe after a few magazines of ammo. And what is happening, if you can see, when the rifle cycles, it basically gets stuck in the position like this, even when there is a mag and the bullets are inside. First I thought maybe it's a feeding problem, maybe there is something wrong with the magazines, maybe there's something wrong with the ammo, but no, at this point, you know, there was nothing really affecting the bolt cycle, and the bolt should basically close. So what you gotta do in the field, in that position, when, you know, during the shooting this happens, just top it and move it forward. And today I had a little bit more time to play with it, so I have removed the dust cover, and I have discovered that the bolt gets stuck on the trigger group. So when the bolt slides over the trigger group, there is something wrong. These two parts, they do not compute together, and it holds the bolt, you know, in that 2/3 open position. I don't have the time to work on it today, and frankly, you as a user, you shouldn't. So we'll see what's going to happen with this. Another thing which you have to pay attention, yesterday during the shooting, what happened was when we were operating the rifle, this is the windage piece which slides on the rear post, and it has the little set screw. Basically what this allows you is to adjust the windage from left to right, right there on the rear side post, instead of going to the front side and using the standard AK2. Well, the idea was great. Unfortunately, that set screw, like everything, any kind of screw on AK, without the Loctite, you know what's going to happen. From the recoil, it will just slide off, and we were extremely lucky to find it in the 2 feet deep snow. So, you know, otherwise we would lose it. And as I said, there is no way that the screw is going to hold up. I got the mark from the screw right there on the post, so it was really tight. But that screw is not going to hold up without the Loctite. So I really don't see the point, because if you're going to use the Loctite and then you have to adjust the windage, then you know, losing that Loctite again, and what you're going to do in the field, carry the bottle of Loctite with you and keep adding the Loctite every time when you're adjusting the windage. So it's a cool idea, but it's basically a bad manufacturing, or they should redesign this. So this doesn't work. Another thing which I actually like on the rifle is the integrated front post with the gas block. This allowed the Century Arms to save the weight up front. They removed the front post and they joined it with the gas block. So this works very well. It is caged, protected, and it works really good. The front guard, the hand guards up front, they have integrated rails, and the Century Arms says that you can put the optic here. That's very optimistic, because even when I hold the rifle and just move with my hand, that optic wiggles. So imagine that you have a red dot on it. It's not going to hold the zero. Forget about this. You have to get rid of it and put some legit hand guards. The bottom part is not, you know, not that bad. Actually, it's much more rigid than the upper part, and you can add the forward grip on it if you want to, or the flashlights or laser sights, whatever you want to do with it. But the top part is gotta go. At the front, you have the standard so-called bird cage flash hider, and it's all it is. It basically hides a flash. It doesn't do much in the department of managing recoil on it, but it is what it is, and you can change it if you don't like it. Then we have an ergo grip, which is actually an upgrade compared to the standard AK grip. So it offers you a little bit more surface on the palm of the hand. Still, it attaches by basic screw, so if you don't like it, you can exchange it. This is actually a neat feature. I like this a lot. This is the enlarged plate for the mag release, so it's easier to change the mags because you can absolutely not miss it right now. So anyway you're changing the mag, this enlarged plate will help you. And finally we have a stock, and this is something what I was hoping the Century Arms will do a little bit differently, since because they manufacture the piece of receiver anyhow, why not to go for the standard mounting design, and why not to use the standard AK stock mounting. They manufacturing this anyhow. I don't know, they decided to go the other way, and unfortunately at this point your stock upgrading options because of this mount are very limited. But this may change in the future if this rifle will become somehow popular and the people will catch up on it. Then you know that we'll have more parts available for it. Rifle is very light. It weighs only 7.1 pounds empty, and that's absolutely amazing for the millet receiver. So they did good job on the stripping down that dead weight. And the way how they accomplished this is basically what they did. If you will look into the bolt carrier group, this is where the weight savings are coming from, because they created the slots in the bolt carrier group, and this allowed them to save some weight on it. So that was the smart move for the Century to do it that way. Main problem was the rifle was basically not functioning correctly as it should. And this was because, as I told you, that bolt was getting stuck on the trigger group. And that's something what probably I have to look inside and see what is really happening there, or maybe talk to some gunsmith, because I'm not the gunsmith. Other than this, that's it. That was just the basic observations from our day at the range, and first take on the C39 from the Century Arms. If you have any questions, observations, you wanna talk about it, please let me know either through Facebook or our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.